I stopped praying for the same thing over and over and they got fixed. And then I'm going to share with you how that went about. Sometimes when we get so emotional, sometimes we get so tied up into praying for the same thing over and over and over. My question is, what if God is tired of you praying the same thing when he's already working in his behalf for that prayer? And I'm going to get more in depth in it. The reason why I stopped praying for the same thing over and over and over is because that after I prayed for something once and I believed in God and I have faith in God and I know that God will answer my prayers through Jesus, I started to not focus on that prayer no more. I started to focus more on him. I started to focus more on his guidance and serving him. And the prayer began to manifest. And that's one reason why I stopped praying for the same thing over and over. God, help me fix my car. God, help me fix my car. God, help me fix my car. If you keep praying that same thing over and over, if somebody, I know God is a just God and he don't get, if he's already working in your behalf, he won't get angry at it. I just know that me as a person, he's 10 times smarter than us. He's the creator of all. I know me as a partner, a person, if somebody keeps saying, hey man, can you do this for me? Hey man, can you do that for me? Or hey man, you said you was going to do that. Or hey man, can you do this for me? Hey man, can you do this for me? You're going to get tired of hearing that. And I'm going to be like, hey, I'm working on it. I'm going to do it for you. All you have to do is just ask me one time and I'm going to do it for you. Just give me this time and I'm going to do it. And that's how I feel that when we try to pray for the same thing over and over to God, what if he's saying, I'm working on it. I am working on it. He's not frustrated. He's a good father. What if he's saying that I'm working on it? I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I got this time prep for to answer your prayer on this time frame. So I feel that I stopped praying to God for the same prayer over and over. I pray to him on that prayer one time and then I start praising him. And then I start giving him thanks and I start believing in that prayer. Next thing you know, a couple months go by or a couple days even go by. Prayers happen that quick. Or sometimes prayers happen within the same minute that goes by, he's already answered it. Or sometimes it could be months when he answers it. Or sometimes it might not be the answer that we need. It might be no, because it might harm you. I had prayers to where they didn't get answered. And then later on, I figured out through the grace of God why they didn't get answered. Because I said, oh, whoa, whoa. I'm sorry for praying for that, God. I'm sorry for praying for that. Like, for example, I prayed for a promotion at my job a long time ago. And when I prayed for that, or not a promotion, but yeah, a promotion in a new position. And I was getting ready to step in that position. And I was going to take the initiative in stepping into that position. And I said, wait a minute. How come this position is very hard for me to get into? I could step into it if I force myself into that position. I could get that position, but it didn't come to me easy. But it came to other people easy. And I said, God, is this position for me that I prayed for? And then 6 months later down the line, the person that got that position, he was stressed out. He was going through he was working so many hours. I wanted the money at the time for my family because, you got a family, you got to take care of your family. And he was stressed out at the time. He didn't even last long. And I noticed that it was a recurring issue that people don't last long in that position because they work in so many hours back to back to back to back. They make a good money, but they're never home. They're never spending time with their family. And I see it. And I'm like, whoa, I want to spend time with my family. I don't want to be out like these guys are out all over the whole state doing work. I don't want to do that. I want to spend time with my family. And I talked to the guy. I said, hey, man, I noticed you've been here for, a few months. How you like it? Dude, it was the worst. He told me it's the worst mistake I ever made. I need to get out of this position. I'm trying to find an opportunity to get out, but it's kind of hard in the company because people stick with the positions that they're in it's a good company. So they stick with the same position so long because they feel they are valuable in that position. They feel like they're making good money in that position that they don't want to leave. So when you get into a position at my old job, it's hard to leave that position because it's not very many openings, and it's hard to get an opening because the jobs are so lucrative. The money is so, lucrative. So I just said, wow, okay. He said, man, I'm never home. I'm stressed out. I'm not even home, man, dude. I worked double the hours that I worked, or he said he worked double the hours that I worked. And I'm like, no, I can't do that. I cannot do that. And he said, so if you're applying for it, I'm getting ready to leave. You can apply for it if you want. I said, no, thank you. I'm good, man. I'm good where I'm at. And so my point is that I went and prayed and I said, thank you, God, for opening my eyes. Thank you for God for not opening that position for me, because I knew that it was going to hurt me. I knew that it was going to hurt my family. The money's there, but my family time is very important. So that's why I just said, no, thank you. And God opened my eyes to that position because he didn't want me to have it, even though I prayed for it for so many times. God, I want that position. God, please, Lord, I want that position. And then the answer was, no, I don't need that position. It's best for me to stay where I'm at. Be still and know that God is Lord. And so not just that prayer, I said, wow, this could work. And I start praying one time and start praising. First I prayed, then I praise, and then after that, God starts to bless me with only praying for that thing one time. I don't bug him. I mean, people don't like to be bugged, but I didn't bug him. So every time I pray, I praise and I walk in faith and I continue to serve him. And then the prayers get answered. So I hope this enlightens somebody to not dwell on one prayer over and over and over. All you have to do is just make one good prayer of that thing. Pray one time, believe in God, believe that it's happening, speak it into existence. If you're fasting, that's even better if you're fasting. And then after you believe into it, and then you fast and you ask him one time, start praising him. And next you know, you be like, whoa, that happened quick. Or whoa, that happened right before my eyes. Or a couple days later that happened, or a couple weeks later. So I hope this video helps somebody out. Thank you and God bless.